View the title unlockment requirements from the skill panel. You can spend skill points to learn arts and skills from unlocked titles, all of which grant power effects, making it worth your while to spend SP early and often. The skill panel can be accessed directly by pressing right on the D-pad if there's a skill you want to learn but don't have the SP for highlight it in the skill panel and press X. Doing so will turn on an alert when you've notified you once you have enough SP to unlock it. Alright. That's pretty good. Alright, so I've got 260. Let's get one. Summons a vicious gale and upwards enemy. A hidden art that unleashes the barrage of thrust before concluding with a dramatic slash. Yes, let's go with that one. So we all have our own. Okay. Burning Strike. Gemini Aqua evades to the right, then fires 2 water shots. That's probably a big one. KO prevention. But let's do that one instead.
I feel like
Maybe there's another
somebody's
side
watching
quest.
us.
I'm skeptical.
You must have gone through the Sandinus Ravine to get here, right? Is that Zoogle still out there? Big guy, looks like an insect with wings. He has scythe for arms. Yeah, we saw it. Looked pretty big and pretty tough to boot. That's the one. It's hard to feel safe knowing it's out there. I'd really like to see it get its comeuppance one of these days, especially since the people that deliver that comeuppance are going to enjoy a pretty mighty payday on account of all the materials they'll learn. Oh yeah? Yep, Zoogle materials are imbued with astral energy, so the stronger they are, the more energy their materials contain. We could use them to make new weapons and stand up to the Ren a little better, even with our astral handicap. With the odd stray, I can usually gather a few people and get materials myself. But something that big, bound to beyond my capabilities, if there was only a good way to beat it, we'll take it on.
All right.
I don't see us chickening out. Do you hear what you're saying? We've got enough to worry about without inviting us more danger. Your Renin pal's right. I know you're strong, but I think even the Zoogle might be beyond you. It's not like I need you guys to take it down for us right away, but how should I put it? If anybody has a shot at it, I think it'll still be you guys eventually. Once you feel like you're up to the challenge, that is. When you are, would you be willing to give it a shot? You can bring other people along with you to help, of course. Sure, that sounds fair. We'll get it taken care of as soon as later. So I guess they're pretty much saying get a couple more people in your party first. It would have been an interesting race with the teams in SR if they were more balanced. Now, first and second place are already taken. Yeah, I mean, Dragonfire and I were kind of talking about that. I honestly think this was a really stupid event, the way that they're doing it. There was just so much of a better way that you could do this.
Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renin armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renin equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzabek, you'll find the Fagin ruins. There's some kind of old Renin castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot.
Put some plans down in case
But
you
with
guys
the Renin tagging along,
need
who
that.
knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renin rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danon guards.
Hey, Solus. How's Solus doing today? Hope
Those
you're
look
doing
like the
well.
ruins. Let's move.
Are we
Good to
really
see you.
going in there?
Yes. Now let's move.
That sound that somebody's making, it's kind of funny.
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
I'm
You
doing really
realize
well,
you're
Solus.
praising the
I'm excited to be
technology of your
playing this.
enemies,
Body's
right?
feeling good.
So,
Going to
technology is
football game
technology. It's not good
later.
or bad in and of itself.
So I'm pretty
I
excited.
guess that's true.
Because I will probably be leaving about 4, maybe just a little after. My ride is supposed to be here around then. So keep that in mind.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
We won't talk about hook season another level yet. In the beginning, it seemed like Wallace Strix could take the crown. Now it's done deal. So my issue with this, the way they're doing their thing for Stream Raiders, is I think it breeds dissent and competition in a bad way. If it was everybody was on the same team and hey, you know, somebody went higher than everybody else, that's one thing. If you wanted to do teams like they're doing it, that's fine, but I don't think you should be putting people's points towards it. You're only going to get people that are going to complain. Either they're going to complain about hooks, which, why? I mean, that's the way the game's played. Or you're going to get people they're just going to kind of like fight and argue over it. And that's not really what Stream Raiders is, right? It's just a place where everybody gets to come and play. Where am I going? Am I going up there? I just think that people play Stream Raiders for much more different things than competing to see what captain can get the most units placed down. You basically make it to where
Am I really doing this for some lousy cloak?
not even people like me, but people that only get like 100 or so units or 200 units at a time feel like they can't even make a dent or make an effect in this game, and it's just basically going to make them feel useless, right? And they're already doing that. Like, they're already alienating new captains and captains who don't get a lot of units, in my opinion. So I think that they need to be more encompassing to that middle of the road, lower tier people. But what do I know? You should always assume there's Zoogles anywhere you go. There's one reason I need you all. We're a team after all, and that means you'll need to pull your own weight. So when I call for you, I expect you to clear out any enemies around me. What? Why do I have to do all that? In exchange, when you call for me, I promise I'll shoot down any enemies around you too. Sound fair? Yeah, alright. If you don't get in the habit of speaking up during fights, they'll impact morale and our ability to combo together. So make sure to do it often. Looks like the enemy spotted us. Time to get to work. You don't have to tell me that. Yeah, if they're gonna, like, I just think that I kind of feel you missed. I just think that there's a much better way they could have done this. You can summon allies in combat to use their unique boost attacks. Once the boost gauge is full, pressing the corresponding direction to execute these moves can be followed up with more attacks afterward and also restore AG when used. Although the boost gauge builds up automatically over time, it can be filled up faster by landing attacks and counter edges on enemies as well. Alright. Iron Mask boost attack and initiates a brute force swing attack that can down almost any enemy. Use it to get allies out of deep trouble and create openings for additional attacks. Tutorial start. Okay.
With that blade and your strength, the average Zoogle shouldn't be a problem, right?
Now give it a shot. You're mine. It's over. This one's all mine.
Magna Ray!
Eat dirt.
Gemini Aqua!
Swallow blade.
They've
Rising
got me
wyvern.
surrounded.
Shion's boost attack fires numerous beams of light from the muzzle of her rifle, effective on aerial enemies, and it temporarily restricts their flight abilities and downs them.
Hurrah, flyers.
This one's mine. I'll shoot them down. Magna Ray! If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Take this.
Here I go.
Swallow blade.
You're mine. If it's in the
Rising wyvern. You're mine.
This one's mine.
You're finished. Here I come. You're finished. Swallow blade.
What? Primed and ready. I'm over. Where are you going?
Take this. You're finished.
Down 2 enemies with her. It's not letting her down.
One more.
Oh. They've been using the other one. 2 different enemies is what they were wanting. Gotcha.
I'm ready.
It's over.
By the power, this one's mine.
Here I come. You're finished.
There. Got
You're on. Here I come. You picked the wrong fight. I'm not done.
Oh, I guess you gotta be in range of them too.
You're mine. No escape. Rising wyvern. It's on. Mirage.
sighted.
Eat dirt.
Magna Ray.
Nicely done, Xion.
You're slapping. Step it up.
Yeah. You got it.
There.
You're mine. Swallow
Magna
blade.
Ray.
It's on.
By the power of
You picked the wrong fight.
I know.
We won.
I also might have to postpone tomorrow's stream until the evening.
You can hardly
I'll
see
shoot you a
anything.
message on Twitter and on Discord if that's the case. But I might have to do something earlier in the day.
What's this thing?
A potato. What's here? Gold.
So these are the Fagin ruins? How'd you figure a place like this turns derelict?
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance?
As women do. I don't know if I can just jump down there. You watched the rest of the PS5 announcement video. What'd you think of it? I was really happy with it.
dispose of the trash. Gemini Aqua!
Slash!
By the
Damn it!
power of
I'm
water!
not done! Swallow blade!
There! And a
You're mine!
Where are you going? Mega Ray!
No
By
escape!
the power of water!
Slash! Here I come! Rising
Gemini
Wyvern!
Aqua!
You're on! Here I come!
Power of...
It's over!
Here's a healing arc!
Take it!
First aid!
Did you
Sometimes
just heal me?
it's just like it's hard to
need to
actually
be
continue that combo. I need to figure out how to do that better.
Come one, come all!
Take it! I'm only getting
Take
started!
it! You're
Here
mine!
I go!
Rising Wyvern! That fucking is driving me mad! You're on! You're
Here I
finished!
go! You're mine!
Here I come! You're
By
finished!
the power of water!
Swallow blade! I'm not done!
Here I go! It's over!
Rising Wyvern! You're on! You're mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Mega Ray!
Take this! It's over!
Take it!
Swallow blade!
What was your favorite thing you saw at it,
I still got a
Solus?
ways to go!
I think it was God of War for me, but Forspoken I'm still really high on. I think that game has a lot of potential.
I'll take you all off! I'm not done! Swallow blade!
Here!
I dodged that.
Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Insects should stay on the ground. Where are you going?
We got flyers!
I
It's
got
over!
this! Let a marksman handle it!
Swallow blade! All yours! I'm not
By
done!
the power of water!
Take this! Slash!
Mega Ray!
I can't lay a finger on this!
I prefer it that way.
It's over! Just watch and see.
Did I look through it again to find the name?
This could be useful.
If you describe it to me, I can probably tell you what it was. There was a hidden little, not a hidden game, just a game that hadn't got a lot of play. It's like Tachia or Tachoa. I think it had a lot of potential as well, and I will probably stream that game.
Swallow blade!
Mega Ray! By the
You're
power
mine!
of water!
Here I come! Swallow blade! You're finished!
Gemini Aqua!
No escape!
By the power of water!
Swallow blade! Take this!
Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua!
Swallow blade! This one's
Give me a second. I've got groceries being delivered. And it looks like I need to do some substitutions. Dude, I swear I cannot get Sprite Zero. For nothing. Like, no place around here has it anymore. Where was I? Make sure I don't miss anything.
Let's dispose of the trash. Go find someone. Let the marksman handle this.
no! Swallow blade!
I learned Demon Fang. Nice.
Mega Ray! Where are you going?
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Here's a healing
You're
arc.
mine! It's
First
over!
aid.
Swallow blade!
Take it. You're
You're
mine.
mine! You're finished!
By the little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Alright,
Let's
I
keep
need
our
to add more arts to my thing. Demon Fang and Stardust.
On the prize.
Does she also, does she have arts, new arts? I guess it doesn't matter.
Get lost. One more. Mega ray. By the
I dove.
I never miss.
Demon Fang, try harder.
Here, let me help.
No
First
escape.
aid.
Swallow blade.
Mega ray.
Take this.
Gemini
You're finished.
Aqua.
I'm diving on that. I know I am.
Here's a healing art. First
You're
aid.
on. You're finished.
This isn't ideal.
This one's all mine.
Here's a healing
It's
art.
over.
First aid.
Stunner. You picked the wrong fight.
Here I go.
Project Eve.
Our work is
Oh,
done.
that did look
Let's
really
move.
good.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I know what you're talking about there. Remind me a lot of like Bayonetta, right? We pretty much scoured this whole place. I can go around. And see what's over here.
An opponent like this should be easy. You'll come and face me.
By the power of water.
Fly. Take this. I'm not done.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
It's over. You're mine. Great.
Placement goals are too high with numbers now. I think that you'd be surprised. A lot of streamers don't stream Fridays and weekends. So I have a feeling that you're gonna see a lot of people, a lot of stream, like it'll pick up basically. This, you know, like, you won't even talk to me. We've got some mean Zoogles locked up further in. We're keeping a close eye on them to make sure they're not a single one breaks loose. I gotcha.
Out of our way.
Here I come.
Gemini
Swallow
Aqua.
blade.
Primed
Take
and
this.
ready.
Rising wyvern.
Excited. I'm only getting this one's mine.
You're
Who
mine.
wants to die next?
Here I come.
Mega ray.
Flash. Demon Fang.
They've got
It's
me in
over.
their sights. Mega ray. By the power of water.
Take this. Swallow blade. Demon Fang.
Gemini Aqua.
You're finished. Swallow blade. Here I come.
By
You're
the
finished.
Problem is, more Emerald leads, the more will join. No, because so remember, no matter what skins get made, everybody gets them. So it's not just the top team gets them. So like everybody will get them. So once they get their one gets it, people might be doing the others, but it'll all balance out. Where did I see? There.
Out of our way.
This one's all mine.
By the power of water.
Whoa. Gonna heal me?
Okay, here I go.
Here I go.
Eat dirt!
Go! I'm only getting
Demon Fang! Blue escape! Demon Fang! You're finished! Here I come!
by the power of
It's
water.
over! Try harder! My turn! Ha! Demon Fang! Ha! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down. Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
And the skins I still have. I mean, we'll see how it works, right? But I mean, I don't know a lot of people that'll use them. Like, I'm sure there'll be some to show them off, right? But most people I know use their captain's skins.
I'm only getting started. Let the marksman handle this. I never miss.
Swallow Blade! Ha! I'm not
Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens!
You're mine! Ha!
Mega ray!
We turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Mega ray!
Demon Fang!
By the
You're
power of
mine!
water!
Ha! It's over! Demon Fang!
Here I go!
You're mine! Ha!
By the power of water!
That gun of yours is real handy in a pinch.
It takes a true marksman to use.
Well,
You're mine!
great!
This was it. This is all that was back here. A lavender.
What's this thing?
Is that only for like a one fight? An herb that raises attack when you use. Smelling it heightens an eater's appetite, their inner strength. Tell you, when I know I'm going to fight a boss, I'll use it and see if it increases like everything or just a little bit.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'm not this one's all mine! Mirage! You're mine! Ha! You picked the wrong fight!
Mega ray!
Ha! You're finished!
Power of water! Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Blue escape! Swallow Blade!
Mega ray! Seven
Take
in
this.
the sky.
So it's not that I don't think people care about the skins, right? But if you look at it, people are not that far behind. I think that it'll be pretty even, all things considered. So I have a feeling that everybody's gonna meet their goals. Wouldn't shock me if they don't even make like the last week bonus. Like you put a unit down and it counts as 2. Alright, looks like we've 100% of this area.
I wonder if those are the Fagin
Or
ruins
extend the
below
event,
us.
yeah.
Shouldn't be too much farther now if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat. Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renins know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat.